What's going on, everybody? It's your man Matt on the Jaffe with Jaffe Cycling. Here with our very own DIY Fuji Sportif upgrade. That's right, you guys. I'm converting my Fuji Sportif from an 8-speed to a 9-speed. Now, but before we do that, there's a couple of things that we have to make sure that we change in order to make this conversion. So let's take a look at the overall bike and figure out exactly what it is that we need to swap out. So taking a look at the front of the bike, we'll start at the head. Looking at the shifters, we have a Shimano Claris 8-speed. So that right there we need to change. And I'm feeling like maybe we should swap them out for some Soras, but we definitely need a 9-speed shifter. This handlebar is an oval brand handlebar. I'm thinking something a little more aero. Let's see if we can get a carbon handlebar. Taking a look down at the wheel set. They're a Vera Corsa wheel set. I'm thinking carbon. Maybe we can do some Team Elites, some Super Team. Let's go ahead and swap that out as well. Can't forget the rim brakes also. We'll need a carbon set of rim brakes to match the new wheel set. Looking at this, looking at the water bottle cages, gotta swap that out. Want something a little more modern, a little more sporty. Oh man, and these Shimano clips, pedals, want to swap those out. I prefer actually the mountain bike style pedals. For me personally, the ability to clip in and out on either side when I come to a stop just feels a lot more natural. Want to swap out this seat post as well as the saddle. Thinking of changing something that doesn't say Cannondale on a Fuji bike. As we come to the back of the bike, taking a look at this 8-speed cassette, I don't even know what brand that is, but let's go ahead and swap that out for a Shimano 9-speed. All right, I think we're all set. Now that I got my list, let's go ahead and collect everything that we need to make this modification happen. All right, let's go. So we're going to take this process pretty slow. And I think the very first thing that we should swap out, at least in my opinion, is going to be that seat post and that saddle. Kind of the easiest way for me to start it off is to go ahead and lift the Park Tools bike stand. We're going to take this off of the seat post itself and we're actually going to put it on the center tube. That way we can actually have more room to work. All right, now I think we've got something that we could work with. So taking a look at our seat post clamp, it says 4 Newton meters here. So that lets me know basically how tight the seat post clamp should be. Let's go ahead and get an Allen key to loosen that up. So I'm using the Park Tools AWS-1 Allen key set. And the reason why I really like this Allen key set is because it has 3 different fittings on there. So it's a 5, a 6, and a 4mm Allen key set, which typically are the most common size keys that you'll need while working on your bike. For this particular seat post clamp, I believe the 4mm Allen key set will work best. So let's go ahead and loosen that up. And just like that, we're all out. Now, let's go ahead and get our replacement. So what I have right here is an FMF seat post. And the reason why I really like the FMF seat post is simply because it has one screw basically in here that allows you to adjust the saddle. And the reason why this is important for me personally, it just simply makes it easier while I'm out on the trail. If I need to make any adjustments to my seat post or my saddle, it just makes it a lot easier that I only have one screw to work with. So we're going to go ahead and loosen this guy up. And it was already pretty loose, so I can actually use my fingers to go ahead and unscrew that. Now, replacing it with just a slightly more aerodynamic saddle, I actually like the EC90. Again, a lot of this is going to be based on your own personal preference. I typically like saddles that are a little more thin I'm not looking for a lot of memory foam or cushion and things like that on my seat, but other riders may. So you definitely want to do what you feel works best for you. So let's go ahead and get this guy on here. And what I find to be the easiest is simply the very top clamp. I usually turn that sideways. That way I'm able to sit my seat post right on the bottom clamp. I'll then raise the top clamp and then turn that guy sideways. That way I can lock my seat post and clamp, my seat post, go ahead and lock it in place. We'll finger screw this on first before we need to get our Allen key set. And I typically like mine to be in the middle. All right, and let's go ahead and screw that guy back on tightly. No movement there, no movement there. Seems to be pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and place this back. And the other reason why I really like the FMF seat post, on the back here, it actually lets you know in centimeters how tall or how high from the actual seat post clamp you need to raise your your saddle, I'm sorry. So the reason why I like this one is I know that I usually have mine at the number 2, which makes it really easy in case I ever need to make an adjustment while out on the trail. So let's go ahead and get this back down to the level 2. Using my 4mm Allen fitting, I'm going to go ahead and tighten that seat post. Hopefully you don't drop your tools like that. All right, go ahead and tighten that guy. And like that, we've got our seat and saddle post replaced. All right, you guys, and just like that, we've got our seat post and our saddle both adjusted and replaced onto the Fuji Sportif. Now, if you guys like the content and you feel like this is helpful, make sure to hit that like button and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really goes a long way and helps us out with the algorithm. As always, see you on the trails. Peace.